With such a cheeky video, we got to give a shout out to Gorilla Mind. That is a new sponsor of mine, and I am going to be getting you all 20% off. Go to gorillamind.com/DT and you will get 20% off supplements, creatine, protein powder, energy drinks, and many, many other items. Be sure to check them out. Listen, there are sad animes, and then there is Takopi's Original Sin, a series so emotionally heavy, so bleak, and so unapologetically dark that it may actually be the title of the saddest anime of all time. You can't outrun fate or destiny, and Takopi's Original Sin proves that. Now, if you think about this anime, you have to look at its cycle of brutality. There is trauma, depression, loneliness, childhood abuse, bullying, fate, inevitability, and this is just the limitations that we put on this. Every episode gets hit with a psychological weight. There's no escape, there's no comfort, there's no sugarcoating, there's no happy ending. This is a story built on pain, consequences, and emotional reality, all wrapped up inside the pure intentions of an alien who has no concept of humanity. Takopi, or P, the literal embodiment of happiness, is dropped into a world ruined by misery. The contrast between that and the characters to follow is truly devastating. There are so many key elements in this show. I'm not going to go in any type of order, but let's start off with episode 1. Shizuka. She is the main MC, at least we think. And in episode 1, she commits suicide. Let's get that out of the way. It's a schoolgirl with crippling depression who ends her own life in the very first episode. And this sets the tone for the entire series. It's shocking, raw, and brutally realistic. The second thing that is huge in the show and is a fixed figure is Takopi's camera. The alien tries to fix Shizuka's death by going back in time and repeating the loops and changing events, but every attempt makes things worse. Again, you can't escape fate. In one of the redoings of the life, we get to see him go through Marina's death. It is a tragic accident, and Pai kills Marina while trying to save Shizuka. This moment shifts the entire direction of the story. And then we got the impersonation. Pai then takes on the embodiment of Marina. To cover up the murder, the kids try to force Pai to take Marina's form. This reveals Marina's hidden suffering, the other side of the coin, the abuse, the neglect, the emotional destruction, and it reframes Pai's entire imagination. It reframes his role as this alien. In this series, we also get to see Azuma's breaking point. He becomes the byproduct of manipulation, trauma, and his own desire to try to chase down his brother's goals. He slowly begins to lose himself and he separates himself from the group. It is too much pressure for one. And then Pai, the Happian planet himself, his forgotten past. One of the biggest twists again that happens in the series is this isn't his first time on Earth. He once again tried to save Marina's life, but this is in many years in the past. The cycle of tragedy has just been repeating in different forms. And the true love and the true purity of Pai, he doesn't know that because he has to erase his mind to solve another person's issue. And in the final rewind, we see that Pai leaves Earth for the final time, but this time he sends everybody into the past. A little bit of a spoiler, but a little bit of not. He sends everybody in the past to see if they are going to repeat the cycle over and over again. It is essentially his way of departing away from them and giving them all the chance to right their wrongs. All of these characters have a different embodiment of themselves. Shizuka, she is a girl who is just consumed by depression, loneliness, and an emotional abandonment. She is not just a victim, but she becomes self-centered and destructive. That is the human quality that P cannot get over. The second character, Marina. Initially, she is shown as a bully, but later on, once Pai takes over her body and copycats, she sees that she is a child in a brutal home. The suffrage shows is just brutal. She's getting beat up by her drunken mother. She's getting berated by her dad. And then Azuma, a boy who wants to do good, but he continually falls under pressure. He folds like a cheap napkin. He is in the shadows of his brother's height. His brother is a superstar. He's very popular. He's very smart. And he's going to take over the family business. And Azuma, none of that. The complete opposite. And then the last character, the MC, the one who it is written about, the original sin, Takopi, or Pai. Pure innocence, pure intention, but he's completely unequipped to understand the human pain. His kindness creates disaster that he never intended for happen. And guess what? That's the biggest tragedy. Overall, this is one of the craziest animated series that I've ever seen, and it's only 6 episodes long. This is dark, it's depressing and raw, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it is very hard to watch, and that's what makes it powerful. There's no filler, there's no wasted moments. Every episode dives deeper and deeper to the similar theme, and that is abuse, trauma, bullying, and much other pain. The twists hit hard, the dread builds very fast, and the emotional collapse of each character is disturbing, and they go the entire way. This isn't meant to be an uplifting anime. This isn't meant to be happy. There is no happiness in this. It is sad and is meant to make you feel uncomfortable. It does this in 6 episodes. So after that, I'm going to ask you all one question. What did you think about it? The emotional weight, the pure authenticity, and only in 6 episodes it executes it perfectly. This anime isn't for everyone. It's absolutely not, but it stands out as one of the most unforgettable ones that I've seen in 2025. It is a perfect anime to lead us into 2026. So, who is the bad guy? Who is the good guy? What do you think? I know that you cannot escape your fate. Pi shows that. He uses his camera over and over again to try to help everybody. He even goes back 6 years for his original sin, and that was helping Marina. And at the very end of the day, you can't escape fate. He resets them all back to the past and lets them choose their destiny. But that's it. That is Takopi's Original Sin. On the DTB scale, this is shooting high. This is definitely over a 7. It is one of the saddest, if not the saddest animes I've ever seen. But that's the review. Let me know what you all thought down in the comments, and I will see you all in the next one. And again, that's the review. But if you're interested in any type of supplements, energy drinks, merch, go to grillamine.com/DT. You'll be supporting me, and you'll get 20% off. Thanks for the support. Comment down below, and y'all have a good one.